Day and afternoon high of 85 degrees. No issues whatsoever, except it'll be humid. Saturday starting out just fine, but by afternoon we may see a storm or two fire up, and can't guarantee placement or timing, but in general late afternoon evening we're going to have to watch for some isolated storms. Also watch out for triple digit heat in the Northwest Hill Country. Could even see a few more storms follow that. So we may end up getting rain, which we need, at the expense of hail and high winds. Those are the main threats at this point. Tornado threat is looking minimal. That could change, but just keep an eye out for the weekend. We'll see another chance of strong storms on Thursday. Lately, Thursdays have not been good days because that's the day that the drought monitor comes out, and today's drought monitor showed that the Hill Country has now slid into exceptional drought. This is the worst drought for the Hill Country since 2012. What do we need? We need rain. How will we get it? Unfortunately, probably some will get little, if any. Others will get rain because of possible severe thunderstorms. Our first chance comes late Saturday. For Austin, we've only had 5/100ths of an inch this month. We're an inch below for April. We're 2 1/3 inches below for 2022. Now we head into an important holiday weekend. Storm chances are back. Hopefully you enjoyed today. Absolutely gorgeous. Not even a burn issue as far as the high fire danger. We didn't have any problems. We didn't have a red flag warning. And tomorrow humidity rises, so we will also see improved fire danger conditions. Temperature outside right now 73 at 65 out in Giddings and 71 in Fredericksburg. And unlike last night where temperatures dropped all the way into the 40s, it was crisp when you woke up this morning. Dew points now feeling great, but overnight they head back up. It's going to be a muggy Friday, but that muggier air will bring fire.
It's actually still Thursday. How crazy is that? When's the last time I've done this actually on the night of as opposed to after midnight? Whatever the case, I'm Chicago Windler. This is Chicks Chats, and thanks for climbing aboard. What a beautiful day we had. Oh, we've got some doggies. Let's first say hi to Ewok. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry. I was just trying to lift you up here. Ewok in the house. I do not know where Skipper is, but Ewok's at least here to say hello. Wish everybody a happy Friday. Of course, it's a long holiday weekend. Laura says early enough. You're still awake. Yay. Yeah, lately I've been doing these so late. But tonight is, well, the alarm doesn't go off tomorrow at 6 in the morning. So because of Good Friday, the holiday. So the kids are out of school. And so I said to my husband, I'm like, I'm going to do the chat at a decent hour, stay up, please, and we can watch some TV after. How's it going, Walkster? You being a good boy? Where's your brother? Where's Skippy? Maybe he'll come later on. Clay, what's going on? Yes, this is my house. This is the playroom where I go live every night. Bill, what's going on? Danny Smith, how you doing? Hope everyone is doing great. Natalie, long time no see. It's probably because I'm always on so lately. lately. He's like, I'm just going to stay right in your lap the whole time. Yes, we need to love on you many, many times. All right, so let's talk about the forecast. Hello, Ray. Thanks for checking in. So here's what you need to know. You probably have a long holiday weekend. You're thinking, okay, when are the best times for family gatherings, outdoor egg hunts, all that stuff, because there could be some storms. Danny says you're doing great. Awesome. We see Ewok's here for the party, although now he's on the floor. He's abandoned me. Let's see, Brian. Hey, what's going on? Nice to see you as well. And Charles, how you doing? Thanks for checking in. Let's see, Natalie's been trying to get more sleep. Good for you. I think that if I could program myself to get more sleep, I would definitely do that as well. All right, let's get to the 7-day forecast. First thing I want to say is don't cancel your outdoor plans. Second thing I want to make sure is that you have a way to get watches and warnings and advisories just in case, because there is a small chance that we could see strong to severe thunderstorms. Ron, hello to you. Clay says, where are my kids? They're actually still awake, to be honest with you. They're right here. Danny says, howdy. One sidekick short. Yeah, Skipper was, seemed like he wanted to come up here earlier, but now he's downstairs and has not made a peep since then. Laura says, what sleep? I know. You and I are very much birds of a feather. I kid you not. I saw the other night whenever it was like 2 a.m. and you're like, I'm not going to stay awake for the outlook. And I was kind of like, tee hee hee, that totally sounds like me. All right, so let's talk about the upcoming forecast. Now, right now, it is moonlit, starlit, clear skies, feels great. By the time you wake up in the morning, I've got your low around 60. We're going to see humidity surge in and cloud cover too. So when you wake up first thing in the morning, it's going to be cloudy. There might even be a little bit of drizzle or maybe a spotty shower. It doesn't look like a great chance, but at least a partial chance of that. And then we'll see clouds give way to some sunny breaks. So by afternoon, we make it to 85 degrees. Actually, a really nice day, except it's going to be air you can wear. By the end of tomorrow, you'll be like, oh, yeah, the humidity, it's pretty awful. Both Saturday and Sunday, starting out with cloud cover and dry conditions, but then each day, if we break out into sunshine and if the lid, the cap on the atmosphere holds, then we don't see storms. If the lid, the cap on the atmosphere breaks, then we could see isolated storms and they could be strong to severe. So it's another one of those situations where there's no guarantee we see storms. And even those locations that see storms, other spots might not see a drop of rain. I mean, think about what happened on Tuesday evening with, Florence and Salado. 95% of our area did not get a drop of rain. And then we had the most violent tornado to hit Central Texas since the Gerald tornado in 1997. I mean, it's insane. 25 years since a tornado the caliber of what Salado was 2 days ago. So just kind of puts things in perspective. If we see storms, then they could be bad, but most areas will probably not get them. So there you have it. Laura said, you were waiting to see if they would upgrade it to high. Yep. Ray says you feel like you're joining a club. You know what? You can be part of our club any day. 8 hours of sleep in the last 3 days. My goodness, see, that's worse than me. So you're in like a club all your own. You're like at the penultimate of the clubs. Laura says, need rain for the allergies. Oh, I know. I mean, it is so brutal. Yeah, I made the mistake of earlier running 6 miles. And at the time I was like, oh, the air is so crisp and nice and lovely. And I felt fine. But then on dinner break, I mowed the yard. I kid you not. Well, I don't feel horrible, but like you can just, the gumminess in your throat and like it just, the oak, it's everywhere. We have a big oak tree in our front yard. And so all of that oak, I don't even know what you call it. It's not like the pollen itself, but it's just the yellow stuff. It's all over everywhere. And it's like, oh. So anyway, yes, I feel your pain. Sally, hello. Thanks for checking in. All right, so after we get through Saturday and Easter, by the way, our new weekend meteorologist, Austin Burks, was doing some research. He was actually checking to see what the weather was on every single Easter, which took some work because he had to look up every single date and then look up the weather on that date. He told me that there have only been 5 years since records have been kept, back to 1897, 1898, that have been in the 90s on Easter. So we're going to be part of a club that you might not necessarily want to be in. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a warm one. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, pretty quiet weather-wise, a little cooler too. We're going to have northeasterly winds behind the cold front that pushes through late Easter night into early Monday morning. But there still could be a stray shower or an isolated storm Monday evening, Tuesday evening, Wednesday evening. And then Thursday, it's no guarantee. There could be a cold front that moves through, and ahead of it and along it, we could possibly see some more strong to severe thunderstorms. So just know that is a possibility. Let's see. Ray says you need to take a pic of the sliding glass door. Oh, I bet the yellow is so bad. Oh, our patio furniture is coated in it. Which I need to do something about by Easter because my sister and her family are coming over and I'm like, you can't sit on it because it's covered with yellow. So yeah, there's much cleaning needs to be done before Sunday. Let's see, Danny says you've been bagging leaves from the yard, hoping the let's hope there are no next tornadoes. And what's going on, Beck? How you doing? Are you enjoying my red that my blue that I'm wearing? Yeah, it's obviously red. Yeah, the April showers are long, like much needed and not being found so far. Laura says, your windshield yellow yesterday too. Yeah, it's such a bummer. We just need some rain to wash it all away. So here's a look at temperatures across the area. We still have clear skies in place for our area, but I want to show you what's going on down on the coast. Take a look. See how there's all the cloud cover right here that's starting to creep northward. So by morning, because of the fact that we've got the winds coming in off the water, we are likely to see all the clouds and all the murkiness and all the mugginess move in. So area-wide, it's pretty warm still, but we will not wake up to those crisp 40s and 50s like we did this morning. That said, areas like, North Dakota that picked up a couple of feet of snow in mid-April, no big deal, still in 21-degree land. I mean, it's cold in some of these spots. It's in the teens up in Billings, Montana as we speak. So clearly Texas is a much more comfortable place to be. Temperature-wise, we hit 83 at Camp Mabry, 82 out at the airport today. A little bit above average, nowhere close to those records, which are in the mid-90s. He's back. Still the walkster, still no skipper sightings. And for those of you who do have allergies, the biggest story, yes, thank you so much for those kisses. The biggest story is the oak, which has been very high. And I keep on thinking, the oak trees have leafed out. Eventually, this too shall pass, but at least for now, it's a struggle out there if you're allergic to oak. And then there's all kinds of other tree pollens too. Now, let's talk a little bit about rain. We've only had 5/100ths of an inch of rain so far at Camp Mabry this month. We're an inch below average for the month, 2 inches below average for the year. Get this, we in Austin have had 6 inches of rain since January 1st. I want to show you something real quick. I'm just going to digress real quick because I have something popped up on my other screen that I think you need to see to kind of understand the gravity of the drought conditions that we're currently undergoing. Here's what we're looking at. I'm going to zoom it in for you because I want to show you the drought situation in the hill country. So this map that I'm showing you is the LCRA's hydromet, and you can actually go back and pick different dates. So I said, I want to know how much rain has fallen in the hill country since January 1st. All right, so just to give you perspective, Mason has had 1.12 inches of rain since January 1st, an inch of rain in 4 months. Is that not insane? You head out west of Gillespie County, and there are areas like Junction that have had less than 1 inch of rain all the way into April 14th. Less than 1 inch of rain. That, and then southwest Gillespie County, look at this, 3/4 of an inch of rain, 8 miles south-southeast of Harper. For an entire year, 3/4 of an inch of rain. That is why conditions are so incredibly dire, and that is why we're seeing the worst drought in the hill country since 2012. Today's drought monitor came out and it's just ugly. We've got exceptional drought now in parts of the hill country, which is just, I mean, it's disconcerting. Oh, by the way, Lake Travis dropped to 65% full as of today. This is a look at the active fires. It looks like there was a fire that sparked earlier out in northwest Travis County. However, I didn't hear anything about it. Typically, if it was a big deal, it would have been on the news. So I'm thinking maybe it was nothing big. But that's the only one that has started within the last 24 hours that was big enough to make it on the map. Good news, tomorrow with the muggy air and the higher relative humidity, fire danger actually improves. It will be in the moderate range for most of us and then in the high range to the north and to the west. And hello, Laura says you love the hydromet for playing. Where's the culprit? I know it's such a great resource. So anyone who's wondering what that is, the Lower Colorado River Authority has all kinds of temperature gauges and rain gauges that are located mostly along the Colorado River so that they can check on conditions through the Highland Lake system, but there are also some in other spots, and they're so fantastic because you can get almost instantaneous temperature and rainfall, just an amazing treasure trove of information. So if you want to check it out, Google the LCRA hydromet, and you will find all kinds of cool information. Also, a lot of times people will say, how much rain did so-and-so town get? And that's where we get our rainfall data. However, there are some glaring spots that don't have data, including most of Williamson County. Reason? Well, the Highland Lakes are nowhere close to Williamson County. There are some other areas that you can get rain data from, but there's only one gauge in Williamson, and it's in Florence, which, incidentally enough, was where the tornado hit the other day. And I asked, I don't know if you can hear that sound, but that's Ewok playing with a toy. I actually asked the folks at the LCRA one time, and I said, well, I don't understand. If you only put gauges near the Colorado River, why is there one in Florence? And then they're like, that's a long story. Apparently, there's a donor who um, either put up the money to put the gauge there or lives there. And so I believe that was the story. Money talks, right? If someone's going to pay for a gauge, they're like, put it where you want it. So that's why we have the one gauge in Florence. And then there's one gauge in Milam County that's located in Thorndale. But otherwise, it's really pretty slim pickings as far as areas like that. Also down into Hays County, the San Marcos area, there is the Guadalupe Blanco River Authority that has some gauges there. But as far as ones that we plot easily and automatically on a lot of our maps, that's kind of the explanation for why some areas don't get representation when it comes to rainfall on a lot of our maps. All right, so that bridges us to the drought and expanding. Kevin's in the house. You say hello. The boys are doing great. Thank you for asking. Laura says, and guess who lives in Williamson County? There you go. So yeah, save up money and then make a donation to the LCRA and say, put a gauge here. The drought monitor, as mentioned, it's just ugly, exceptional drought right in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take off the highlight and I'm going to expand this out even more so that you can see how much of our area, especially south and west of San Antonio, is in the exceptional level 5, like the worst of the worst drought. Worst since 2012. Just insane. Beth, what's going on? You know what? You are not late to the party. You are right on time because I've just been yammering on about, silly things the whole time. You're right in time to see the storm timeline. All right, so Easter weekend, storm chances. Here we go. Outside right now, beautiful shot of our state capitol and the UT Tower. 69 degrees the temperature, moonlit skies, fun tidbit. The full moon is called the pink moon, and it will be 100% full on Saturday, so get ready. Temperature-wise, the coolest spot is out at the airport. It's 50 degrees there, and you may say, why is it 50 there? And it's literally 19 degrees warmer at Camp Mabry, which is probably only 19 miles away, if that. It's because low-lying valleys, which include Del Valley, where ABIA is located, radiate really well whenever there's not much wind and clear skies. Dew points are very low. They're dry and refreshing. However, if we take a look, you're going to see that the really sticky, muggy air is not far away. And guess where it's heading? Yep, it's heading right into our area. So don't get used to the crispness. I already showed you the fire danger forecast, which will actually be better because of the fact that we're going to see more humidity. Laura says, your cousin lives in Rockdale and we hike and they have no drought. Yeah, I was looking. The Thorndale observation is that they've had 9.4 inches of rain versus only 3/4 of an inch of rain in parts of Gillespie County. I mean, that's a huge difference. Kevin says, happy Easter. Right back at you. You say SPC Day 2 outlook. Oh, already? That is early. What's up with them? Isn't it normally like 12:30? Wow. Okay, we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Temperature-wise, 85 degrees for your afternoon, high temperature for Friday. And here you go, Saturday and Sunday, 93 each day. I do have the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms each afternoon to evening, highly contingent on, yep, if we break the cap. We've heard this many times. If it breaks, storms get nasty. If it doesn't, we don't see storms. So our next cold front up here is going to make its way toward us. It is going to stall to our north on Saturday and then finally push all the way through our area late Sunday into Monday. And there's actually going to be a tandem of fronts. That front and another one behind it will push through as we head into your Monday. So here is the risk for Saturday, a level 1 risk on a scale of 1 to 5. And since Laura mentioned that the day 2 risk is already out, let's take a peek at it. So let me go ahead and plot the day 2 risk on here. Stand by while I grab it. And let's see what it has in store. Okay, so it has expanded. By the way, it's not Friday severe risk because it's so weird that it's out before midnight. Crazy. So this is the Saturday severe risk. So I showed you that previous map. This is the revised one. So what the Storm Prediction Center has done is they have actually expanded that level 1 of 5 risk to include all of our area. So there you go. Day 2 outlook already. How about that? So anyway, needless to say, we're going to have to at least be on guard for potential storms. Here's your Friday forecast. In the morning, we've got cloud cover. I mentioned maybe a 10% chance of a stray shower or a spotty drizzle, probably to our east, and most areas probably not so much. If we see much sunshine, we'll be much warmer than my forecast. You can see out in the Western Hill Country, it is clear. But I think there'll be enough cloud cover to hold things down to where we only make it into the mid 80s in Austin, while it could be close to 90 in the Hill Country with more sunshine. And it's a small chance, but can't rule out maybe a rumble of thunder for areas in the Highway 77 and points east. Now let's get to the severe end of things. Saturday morning, you wake up. It is dry for the most part. Maybe drizzle, but probably not. Very muggy, though, extremely muggy. As we make our way toward the afternoon, though, bum, 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 this particular computer model is saying there may be, and it may be super isolated. Remember how I told you there could be a front that kind of stalls? It might literally make it like right in here somewhere. And there may be a dry line out west that really brings in some super dry and hot air to the Western Hill Country. So it's possible we see the first storms initiate as a result of those boundaries, either the dry line to our west or the cold front to our northwest. And boom, if they break the cap, we could see some storms quickly develop. Where will they go? What will they do? Well, it's no guarantee exactly how this will play out. Earlier, this same computer model had a storm right smack dab over Austin, and now it has updated. It still shows some storms, but instead of being over Austin, it shows one over into the Granger area and toward northwest sections of Milam County and parts of Bell County that were hard hit by heavy rain last couple of days. And then another big bullseye, possibly South Austin up into Hayes County, Buda, Kyle. So will this be exact? Probably not. Does this give you an idea that there could be some isolated storms with the biggest risk being hail and high winds? Absolutely. So possibility is there. You can see 9:30, maybe some more showers and storms. You need the rain. You don't want the severe weather. And then as we head towards Saturday night, easy for me to say, into Sunday morning, a few more showers wrapping up, and that will pave the way for Easter Sunday, which this computer model I showed you doesn't go that far out. Otherwise, I would show you the whole hour by hour into Sunday too. But the same idea will be there, that we'll see some isolated to scattered showers and storms develop as we head through late afternoon Sunday and into Sunday evening and night. So this is interesting. Like, wouldn't this be something if some areas have enough rain that we're talking 2 to 3 inches of rain? That'd be a blessing in terms of the rainfall totals for the hill country. Although, worth noting, some spots farther to the west might get nothing. So don't hold your breath, but at least there are signs that we could see some rain. All right, one of the things I like to look at as far as like assessing whether we could get something to come through is not going to be a big, like, upper level disturbance that's going to plow through here, but this is a look at the upper level pattern. Anytime you see some little enhancement, this is just like a little tiny bit of energy, that can sometimes help storms out. So that's on Saturday. And then on Easter Sunday, here's the front that's going to be to our north. And then here is a little bit of energy out ahead of it. So maybe we see something. The bigger part of the energy is farther toward the north and east. And then let's go ahead and take a look at, oh, I thought I had it on here. I was going to say take a look at Thursday because that would be our next chance. So here's a new computer model data coming in for the next week. And boy, would this be nice if we can sneak in, an inch or so of rain here or there. I mean, at this point, we'll take anything at all, even though it may come at the expense of severe weather. All right, here's the big picture. This isn't going to be quite as pretty because it doesn't have the high resolution that the other computer model did, but let's take a look. This is the GFS computer model, and it does show the possibility of some storms late on Saturday, and then everything quiets down as we head into Sunday. And then late Sunday, what do you know? We do it again. We see another batch of storms fire up. So just keep in mind, for now, I'm going with a 20% chance Saturday and a 30% chance Sunday. But, if the storms fire, which looking like there's a chance, then they could get nasty. Again, hail, high winds, the biggest chance. We may see a stray shower on Monday late. We may see a stray shower on Tuesday late. And then we may see some more showers possible on Wednesday. So I'm keeping in very low chances, roughly 20%. And then the better chances of rain might actually develop into Thursday. So take a look here. Thursday, there's going to be a front. And if it gets in here, boom, we may see some heavier rain and storms. Something to keep in mind. I mean, rain is a blessing. We don't want the severe weather. So with that said, this is from the Weather Prediction Center, at least showing something, which is kind of good. And actually, in the next 7 days, I have rain chances every single day. So let's see how things play out. All right, here's another look at your 7-day forecast. And then we're done. 12:04 in the AM. It's been forever since we've gotten through this whole thing that quickly, but pleased to say we are there. Jeffrey says, how much is lake levels expected to rise? It's highly dependent on whether the rain falls over the Highland Lakes Basin. So you have to, it's impossible to calculate until we know how much rain falls in. It could be through the Pedernales River. It could be through Lake Buchanan. It could be all the way in Junction. All of that eventually, even Brownwood, will eventually fall into the Highland Lakes. However, if the rain falls east of Lake Travis, then it doesn't help us at all. It just continues to run downstream. So we need something that is going to be either over Lake Travis or upstream from Lake Travis in order for it to make it a good positive dent in our water supply. Charles says you're planning to do Vern's 5K this Saturday. Awesome, awesome. So the Georgetown Running Club has a monthly 5K up at Berry Creek or Berry Springs Farm. I forget the name of it, but it's the park that's up in north side of Georgetown. Beautiful park and a nice little flat 5K route. And it's only, was it $1 or something like that to go and run, or if you're a Georgetown Running Club member, you can run for free. That's cool. Have a great race, Charles. It's going to be really muggy and really soupy on Saturday. All right. That's it, you guys. Avery Tomasca will have forecast updates not long from now, 4:30 in the morning. And then we'll continue the storm threat for Saturday and Sunday. But I would say if you can avoid making outdoor plans around 6 p.m. on Saturday or Sunday, that might not be a bad idea, or at least have an indoor backup just in case we do see the storms move through. So there you go, cbsawesome.com/weather. Thanks as always for joining me. Have a great night, and hey, let's do this again tomorrow. Take care, guys. And for those of you who don't have to set an alarm tomorrow because either your kids don't have to wake up super early or you don't have to go to work, enjoy the extra sleep. Talk to y'all later. Have a good night.